The biggest problems that we've been facing in the last 6 to 9 months where we've been trying to develop a preference center has been internal issues, primarily related to this atomic opt-out, where we opt customers out. If you choose not to receive any communications from us, once you unsubscribe, we unsubscribe you from everything that you will ever receive. And we look at you, unfortunately, at the Intuit level. So I could be a TurboTax customer and I could be a QuickBooks user, 2 separate business units sending me mail. But if I don't like that email that the TurboTax team sent me and I unsubscribe, I'm off limits for all business units. And the unfortunate thing for us on that regard is when that policy was put in place about 10 years ago, the systems and the infrastructure on our data side were set up to reflect that. So when I say that we have this atomic opt-out, the infrastructure has made it difficult to change. And it has driven kind of a mindset that we're fighting internally with the folks who built that policy and who support the systems that enable that policy. I was having a conversation earlier this week with somebody in the privacy organization. I said, oh, you know, we're making some headway on this preference center project. And she started laughing. And I said, what's so funny? And she said, that you're trying to get a preference center built. And I said, why is that funny? And she said, it's too complicated. And I think that's the thing that we have been fighting for the last 6 to 9 months is trying to educate people of why it's time for change. We got to be ahead of the curve before regulations kick in, before customer expectations change. So a lot of the time that we spend is educating different stakeholders, the IT organization, data folks on if we can't get to opt-in strategies, which are critical for us to grow our businesses and expand into new products, we're not going to be able to roll out new business models. We're not going to be able to create new stuff and bring people into those things. We'd love to understand mobile and social. We unfortunately have systems that don't capture mobile numbers or social tags and that kind of stuff. So we need to update our systems to reflect that stuff. We want to have better deliverability. You know, if Yahoo Mail, Gmail, the rest of them are increasingly looking to engagement to determine whether or not you get to the inbox, we need to know who are the people that we should really be sending communications to. And right now we're reliant on our email vendor to pull that kind of information, and it's often very manual. And then, you know, of course, like everybody's been saying, we want to deliver the right message at the right time through the right channel. And that's kind of where we've started the journey last year. We need a preference center.